Hello everybody! Hyperion here, and I am playing Red Dead Redemption 2. I've been playing the hell out of this game. Love this game. It's been great. I do have a laundry list of complaints. I was going to do a top 10 list of my favorite bugs I've encountered in the game, but I just haven't gotten around to doing that. No, I'll consider it and everything like that. But I just wanted to do a little bit of a sort of an empty let's play of not really anything to do, because what I wanted to do was talk about post-game. And now that I've mentioned that, I need to let everybody watching know right now, this is a massive spoiler. Everything you're seeing right now on the screen is technically a massive spoiler. You might not know what's going on or what's happening, and that's a good thing, but it is all a massive spoiler. So if you have not beaten the game, you do not know what happens after the main storyline, please stop watching this video. I would love your views anyways, but stop watching this video before I reveal anything else, because I'm going to talk about post-game this entire time, and I do not want you to be spoiled at all at what's going on. So please, stop watching right now, because I'm going to start talking about post-game stuff that you seriously probably don't want to know if you don't know what happens at the end. Now, alright. Now that I got that out of the way, I can't even talk. I was so, like, wrapped up in that. We are in post-game right now. I am in the old area, the old tumbleweed and everything from the original game, which everybody... Why did it let me put a beacon out there if you can't go past that spot? What? Why? Why? Alright, well... I was trying to track out the map, but apparently there's more map out here. That's a lot of area that's not used. Now, down here, we obviously have Mexico. If you've been following any news about this or anything, you know that you cannot get to Mexico in this game. It does not technically exist, though it does actually exist. People have been able to get across and get over there and found that the world doesn't fully load. It's not finished. And, of course, and again, this is your last chance. Major spoilers right here. Major spoilers. Okay. I am John Marston. Alright? I am now John Marston. You can see the 3 scars in post-game, which is what happens. Now, if you've been playing the game and in case this is a spoiler for you, it's not that big of a spoiler. About halfway through the game, you find out that you got tuberculosis as Arthur. It's pretty obvious what's going to happen. So, this was not spoiled for me. I called this a million miles away. I said, I bet at the end of the game he dies, because he's never mentioned in the first game, so I bet he dies. And that you just take over as John Marston. It was more of a wouldn't it be cool if. And then as we got closer to the end of the game, I looked over at my girlfriend and it was like, yep, we're going to be John Marston. We're going to be John Marston at the end of the game. And it's perfect. It's a perfect way to end the game. I love it. It's great. What I don't like... And I was trying to prepare myself for post-game. So I looked up a few articles which spoiled the ending a little bit. It didn't tell me it was going to be John Marston, but I needed to know when the hell you get to access this area. And that is because there are animals and stuff you need to not necessarily finish your camp. You can finish your camp, but like the trappers and everything like that are asking for certain materials that you cannot get until you open this area. So you can't even get everything by the end of the main game. Some of it is post-game. What on earth? Oh, it's an S. So, that to me was really weird. And the other thing about post-game is the way the game plays, the way that the map is opened up and everything, it really feels like post-game is the real game. You start over, you have none of your stuff from the previous game. Well, you got a few things, okay? But most of your important stuff is gone. You're starting over from scratch. You don't have any money. You don't have any horses. You can't get that stuff back. You have to start over as John Marston, and it starts to play like a whole new game. You even get new tutorials, new training missions. You get a tutorial for bounty hunt missions. I've been doing bounty hunt missions this entire game. The tutorial mission is in post-game? That's so weird. That it starts off as if this is like the real game and Arthur's quest was just all the tutorials preparing you for the real game. Except for one problem. And I'm going to go back to the story I started telling. I looked up post-game because I need to kill that. Really wanted to know what I was in for and if there was anything I needed to prepare for. And that's when I stumbled across a little article from, I think, Forbes, which is so weird to me that Forbes does video game articles. But Forbes had this article where somebody was complaining about the post-game. They said that the post-game was disappointing. And I was like, what? You get the whole map opened up, you get whole new animals, new plants, new areas, you get to see the old world. How could that be disappointed? That was pretty funny. How could that be disappointing at all? And they said, because there's nothing to do post-game. And I was like, what? Come on, there's a few more quests, there's new locations, there's got to be some strangers and some side quests. No, they were 100% right. There is nothing to do in this area. Now, I don't mean in post-game. There's still stuff to do in post-game. Most of it still takes place back up in here. Yeah, as you can see, I've got one of my strangers is still an option right here. By the way, if you beat the game, go back to this lady over here. There does not appear to be a stranger quest that pops up, but definitely go back to her. You'll be full of tears. But anyways, yeah, there's a lot of the stuff still all takes place in that upper area. And you go to the several towns. You go to this, like, mining town here. And this is a great example. I am never going to get that damn condor. I have no idea how to get up there. And I'm just not even going to bother anymore. See, the condors, you can't get to... What is that? Oh, that's just a black squirrel. The condors are not anywhere in the game but down here, if I remember correctly. So that's one example. Now, anybody who's played Red Dead Redemption 1 remembers, you know, this little mine. There's several quests that have to do with it, and you can go down into the mine and everything like that. Now, this is the example I want to kind of give to start my little segue into what's wrong with the big map, the biggest map, the armadillo and everything like that, is that, look at this, you come in here and there's dynamite. I remember that. I remember in the game, you know, you have a big shootout in here and you shoot the dynamite to kill the guys if you don't want to shoot them yourselves. And this is like, oh, it's cool. They even have that back. It's like spot on. Now, some of the stuff is different because it's earlier. So things like Blackwater doesn't have a lot of things. It doesn't have a train station, doesn't have a lot of stuff. I don't know, did it ever have a train station? It doesn't matter. Doesn't have a train station, doesn't have a bunch of stuff that were there because they're building it. Makes sense. But we come to this cave. Now, if you play the first game, you know you get to explore this entire cave. But here, this is obviously blocked off. Makes sense that you can't go any further because this is not actually available in this game. If you want to get further, go get the first game and play that. Except for the weird thing is, it's all here. It all exists. So you'd assume either A, it's gonna get opened up by a quest or something. As far as I can tell, no. And by the way, no, I have not beaten the epilogue. So some of the things I could be saying, you guys could correct me. Please do. I don't mind being spoiled at this point. I've already had the major spoilers. But as far as I've read and could see and just general understanding of game programming and everything like that, it seems like this is more of a giant Easter egg than it is anything really gameplay related. It seems like as an Easter egg, they opened up the original map for you, but really it's just there as a nod and a wink. Or, the other theory most people have, it's going to be opened up in DLC. Now, GTA 5 did not have DLC, like the old games. Ooh, do I get another chance? Is that... That's a raven. I don't care about that. GTA 5, now, I loved GTA 5, but I want to talk about it for a minute. And while I do that, I'm going to find my frickin' horse, my Arabian, my fourth Arabian, because you keep losing them. So... Alright, there you are. GTA 5 was a great game, a great story. But it wasn't without its flaws. And the flaw that I hated the most about the game was that when you beat the game, there sort of wasn't really anything to do. In fact, if you didn't, in GTA 5, mind you, if you didn't do the investment missions correctly, you could beat the game and have almost no money. You could beat the game, lose or spend all your money real quick, and then have no option whatsoever to get that money back. There was very little things to do to earn money in the game beyond the main quest. And everybody who played GTA 5 knows that game... Wait. That bird is still here. Everybody who played GTA 5 knows everything in that game cost buku bucks. Oh, God, I'm never getting that. All right. Everything was super expensive. Cars were like $2 million a piece. Ammunition was like $50,000 to replace. It was so expensive, realistically expensive. But the problem was they didn't balance income over gameplay. And then Grand Theft Auto Online came out, and no issues or anything like that were resolved. And the game continued to be pretty empty. And it just sort of feels like that's where this one's sort of going, where they're just like, yeah, enjoy this game, but online's gonna be on the way soon, and then forget this game exists. We're not gonna do DLC. Nobody said this or anything like that, but there's just no talk of it. There's only theories, people saying, hey, this open world exists. Oh, really? Which one? Whoa. Yeah, we're not gonna hang around here. Yeah, so they have this.
Easy now.
You know what? Maybe I should just go ahead and hunt this. It's not like I don't have everything I need. Poison arrows. Yeah, I'm good. So GTA 5, once online came out, GTA 5 died, and in a lot of ways, it died in more ways than one. Because I wasn't a fan of GTA Online. It was very obvious really quick that it was just a giant cash grab. There was, everything cost too much money. Everything was difficult to hold on to and maintain and keep. It just became obvious that they just wanted you to buy the shark cards and everything like that. So I'm really curious what they're going to do with online in this game, because it's so slow paced that I just imagine people playing it like they play GTA 5. And there's all this stuff. There's all these things that I wish I could talk about online, but maybe that's a different topic. But the point being is that when the online came out, they forgot about GTA 5 and just kind of left it hanging. And other than replaying the story and starting it over and replaying the story, I didn't get a lot of replay value out of GTA 5 once the story was beaten. And I fear that that's what's going on here. You get post-game, you get a few more quests. You get about 8 hours more quests still going on in the epilogue and post-game, but I'm a little scared to beat them, to be honest, because it's just nothing to do after that. It's sort of like, at least go, like, what I mean there's nothing to do is you have stuff like challenges. Obviously you can do these, but the thing is that these give you an improvement. They give you an upgrade to yourself. So you want to do these before you beat the game so that you're at your most powerful before you beat the game, but these things are hard as hell. I have tried the 3 enemies disarmed without reload or switch so many times. I have done Deadeye. I have targeted all 4 guys' guns, 4 or 5 guys' guns or their hands or whatever I could just get the thing to crosshair on. And I shoot their guns, and their guns don't fly out of their hands, and I don't know what I'm doing wrong. I've seen times where I know I hit just the gun and not their hand. I've had times where I've shot their hand and they died. And it's just, God, I hate these challenges. I hate these challenges so much. I haven't even beaten the 5-minute run. I have the Arabian. I still haven't even beaten the 5-minute run. I've tried it twice. Herbalist is just, yeah. Oh, these are the worst. 1 of 3 fillet wins. Jeez. So anyways, so you want to do that stuff first. So that's a lot of grindy stuff before you do the last few quests. But so far the quests don't seem like they're anything that. It feels like I missed my opportunity before post game. So yeah, it's kind of weird that they've got this big, expansive, open area with nothing to do. So the other theory, of course, is that this area is going to be primed for online. And if you'll notice, in a lot of the towns, there's a lot of hints about what might be coming to online. There are houses that are being built in every town. In every town, there's the same weird building that's being built and isn't finished. And I imagine that when online starts, those are going to suddenly work. Those are going to suddenly... So I'm going to interrupt myself in the game here because apparently when I recorded this clip, my mic was up like that, so you can't hear me. But what I was basically saying is this building right there is the building that's being built when you start the game. It's unfinished and it's being built throughout the game. And to my surprise, apparently in post-game it's built, which is cool. So I was thinking, okay, well, maybe there's some interaction with it or something like that. And I went to check it out, and there's nothing there. There's no real purpose for it to be there other than environmental effects. So you can't enter, and it appears to be some sort of a restaurant or something like that. But it doesn't seem to have any effect. So that kind of shot a hole while I was recording my video. Kind of shot a hole in my theory that would play into online in some way. Maybe it still will. Now, I do mention it. Maybe it will still play into online. But yeah, it just sort of kind of goes hand in hand with the opening up of the second area. Because it's something added to the game after you beat it that serves no purpose. It's one of those things it's been eating away at my curiosity. Like, I think this is going to be built at some point. I think this building is going to get finished at some point. Because there's another house that gets built as you progress, and you can even help them if you go and interact with them. But there's a house near Valentine that you can actually watch the progress of it being built, which is really cool. And the same thing with that building and all that. But what I wanted to talk to was not just that building, but every town has this. It's this thing. You can see it down there in the corner. That little station right there in the front of the train yard. I mean, it exists at every train yard, even the ones that are obscure and don't have a town with them. And it appears to be some sort of a meat packing kind of situation. It looks like meat packing paper and a scale. It does say oversized parcels. That's something I wonder, because it is in every station, if that's something that's going to play into online a little bit. Maybe that's going to replace, you know, the some of the shops or something. I try to read this sign here, but it's pixelated so that you can't read it, and it just seems like it's gibberish. But yeah, this exists at every train station, and I was like, I feel like there's something needs to happen with this thing. It could just be decoration and design, but I don't know. Maybe it'll play into online somewhere just because it's so consistently at every train station. I don't know much about Old West train stations, so I don't know what that would be for. I mean, obviously it's for oversized parcels, but I don't know. I just got this vibe that it's going to turn into, like, that's where you go to turn in your meat, because it would make sense. It would make sense that they have a central hub for everything in each little area. Each little area has its own train station, so it makes sense that the train station would be like a central hub. And so I go to another town here to show you that this stuff exists in every town. At some point in time, my mic kicks back on, but I think I'm probably going to actually cut it out there because I get trapped in this funny little side quest while I'm recording this that I did not intend to get stuck into. So I had a lot of like empty, dead space where I was just sort of like trying to talk, but there was things going on in my ear and all that. And I didn't even complete the quest. I don't know what I did wrong or what I was supposed to be doing. It said to look for this guy, but this is the house in Strawberry that was being built. I'm pretty sure it's again. There's nothing to interact with. It was under construction for most of the game, and then suddenly now in post game it's built. So again, shooting a hole in my theory that had something to do with online. But here I get talked to by this guy, and he gets me on this quest, and I lose all train of thought, and I couldn't finish what I was trying to say at all. So I'm just gonna cut this. So I just realized this makes more sense. So anyways, I find the station at the Strawberry terminal, as you can see here, and again, there's no interaction with it or anything, but I have seen NPCs just chilling by those stations. You can't interact with them or can't do anything, but they don't seem to serve any purpose. But again, because they're in every part of the map, I here I'm talking about the trappers, and why I never really understood why they said that the trappers are, you know, only there at certain times, because they seem to always be there. So it seems like they just sort of wanted to space them out in a certain way, but it gets irritating because they're not located anywhere nearby that's convenient, especially if you're in post game and you go to that other area of the map. So I just kind of figured that, despite the fact that they're probably going to add a lot of stuff to that lower map area for online, maybe that those little shops would make more sense as a hub for somewhere to go for something, trappers, or you know what. I don't know. That's the best guess I can give, because it looks like it has wrapping paper for meat and stuff, but it also could just be just who knows. I just feel like something about those things are gonna have something to do with online. Those are gonna suddenly be built. Gotta pick this up real quick. But I can't say for sure. It just seems like it. Also, you can always tell in the stables that there are way more stables than horses. You can only store 3 horses, but you can see at least 5 more stables that are closed off. So obviously you're going to be able to own more than 3 horses. That again is also similar to GTA Online, where in GTA 5 you were cut off to like so many cars depending on which garage you bought. But Grand Theft Auto Online just kept giving you garage after garage after garage after garage after garage until you had hundreds of cars. You know, you could literally have every car at some point.
What's this?
I gotta get a little serious here because I'm hunting the legendary panther. Can I? Yeah, so there's little things like that seem like they're... I'm gonna assume the panther dies by poison arrows just like regular panthers do. So we'll see. But yeah, you can see all these little signs of what is to come with online. And again, going back to GTA 5, there was a lot of things that were unlocked in online. Is that not something to track? Game's just like, nah, you don't need to find that yet. Squirrels. Yeah, I'm just kind of curious. Like, I'm really curious to see what online's going to be about. Again, also, there's going to be the problem of online is going to be pretty bland, I assume, right at the start. So do you want me to go back to that other one? No, just a random blood stain for environmental effects. It's gonna be pretty bland from the start. I mean, GTA 5 kind of went off the rails a bit.
Where are you?
Apparently, I start following a squirrel by accident right here. Went off the rails a bit.
There he is.
Online. Now you can have the time machine, the Back to the Future time machine, and not travel through time, but at least fly. Which is God, I wanted that so bad, but the problem is that the game got so complicated and everything is so expensive by this point in time. I don't want to get back into it just so I can finally drive the flying DeLorean. And old habits die hard, and I predict that they're kind of going to do the same thing here. They made a lot of money off of GTA 5, so I have a feeling that there's suddenly going to be a lot of new stuff you can do that should have been in the main game. Maybe you can build your own ranch. Maybe you can, you know, stable your own horses. Maybe you can do stuff like that. That'd be cool. This is all speculation. This isn't based on anything. So, am I still tracking the legendary cougar? Where the hell?
I'm still tracking that stupid squirrel by accident. It's just not the legendary cougar. Just following that squirrel. He leads me everywhere.
Alright, I've lost my topic because I gotta come over here and hunt this thing. Little secret too, if you're hunting a cougar or panther, watch your radar, because they'll pop up as a red blip before they pop up as a something you can see. Am I missing something here? Is this not the cougar tracks? No, this is it. This is the cougar tracks.
It's a damn squirrel.
I'm
chasing a squirrel.
Oh, it's going that direction.
I hate tracking animals. And I hate editing my videos and seeing how much of an idiot I really am. And oh, you guys in the comments are going to have a field day with me. Ugh.
I'm not gonna lie. I really hate the... Oh, there we go. Alright. You, get on out of here. Get. I really don't like the animal tracking in this game. I barely ever use it. It's like... It's easier to just run by on your horse and shoot from your horse with Deadeye. Honestly. Alright, well this is fresh.
We must be near.
Yeah, he must be. Alright, now he's spawned. Now where is he, though, is the golden question. This motherfucker is going... Oh, shoot, I don't have any, Deadeye. That's still not much better, but... Do I got some food? I guess that'll fill me up a little. Ooh, oh, uh-oh, 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 I hear you. Okay, alright, where is it? There you are. Alright, I'm actually going to play this like I should, and I'm going to put some predator bait down. Okay. Oh, I did not expect to get into all of this. So, shit! Oh my god! Oh my god! I did not see that coming. And hasn't started. Oh my god. Oh, you know what really sucks about that? Oh, my horse was loaded with pelts. Oh, none of them were important or anything, but just there went all the pelts that I had captured. Oh! Oh, I'm glad I captured that. Let's move on, shall we? So what was I talking about? Oh, yeah. So online, it's gonna be really curious to see what they do with post game online. Oh, what did I run over?
Hey, hey, easy.
I ran over something. Oh, it was a lizard, but I guess I didn't kill it. Another thing that annoys me, I am not touching anything right now, and my horse was doing that whole walking in circles thing all on his own. That's real annoying. That's one of my list of complaints about this game. And listen, I got a list of complaints about this game, but it's literally like, it could be 5 pages long, 6 pages long, just cleanly listed out. This is, I hate this, I hate this, I hate this, I hate this, you know, kind of thing. But, okay. But, to be honest, doesn't matter, because all the... Can I, please, just let me study it for the love of... That's not it. What are you guys? Ravens? Ugh. The list of things I like about this game is so much bigger than the list of complaints I have. Like, it's almost worse than No Man's Sky for me on complaints. But unlike No Man's Sky, it has so much for me to enjoy about it that I can let all those complaints go, and I don't need to make 1,000 videos complaining about them. So yeah, I'm really curious to see what kind of a patch comes through, and if you watch my other videos, I released there's a gaping hole in my world. As you can see, all of this land here will not spawn, will not load. Yeah, so. Hey, cool. Now I can stop riding you and go buy the other horse. There's a gaping hole in my world that won't go away, and I'm just like, I would love to see that first patch. That first patch that what's that? That would have fixed a lot of things, but it's honestly, that patch isn't gonna come before online, as far as I can tell. And are any of you guys perfect? No. 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 Alright, well, you guys all live. I don't think I'm gonna see that patch before the online comes out, and it's kind of a shame. This random hole. Okay. See, again, this is one of those things where if we're in the upper portion of the map, there'd be something here. There'd be some hidden thing or something fun to do or potential side quest kind of stuff. Like, not necessarily in every hole, but when something's this obviously carved out, there would be something.
Let's go.
And I thought, you know what would be really cool? Is if in post-game, now, in post-game, I can't say for sure exactly what's going to happen, but currently Marsden is building his ranch, and I thought, I was under the impression that everything we learned about building up the campsite was going to go into building the ranch. Now, all the stuff that we had to do for the campsite, now we got to go collect all this stuff and upgrade the ranch. Made sense to me. And this is long before I reached post-game, and I figured out that I was like, yeah, you're gonna become John Marsden and probably build your ranch and everything like that. And, but for me, like, I was like, you know, it'd be really cool. That was kind of awesome. 2 for 1. The post game would have been awesome if yes, I can't say for sure whether or not that does come into play, and I just haven't reached that point yet. But it does not seem that that's the case. Where, oh, it's a bald eagle. That's not what I needed, but whatever, I'll take it. It's hard to tell if that is what's going to happen eventually, and that there is going to be. It just doesn't seem like that's what's going to happen. Nothing I've seen or read or anything tells me that that's the case.
Girl.
So I assume no, none of those mechanics, and that's a shame. That could have been a brilliant thing. Like instead of building up the campsite, we build up our ranch. Now, if I'm wrong about that, then I'm an idiot, and I accept that fate, and I'll feel bad about it later. But feel dumb. But I feel dumb every day. I'm pretty used to that. That's fine. The other option would have been a stretch, but hear me out. You beat the game as Arthur. You start the post game. You build your ranch. You get Abigail back. I'm spoiling so much. I'm sorry. You get Abigail and Jack there, and we all live a happy family again. And then the game starts Red Dead Redemption 1 in this engine. How cool would that have been? That buried deep down inside this game is the original game, all remastered into this engine. These graphics, this everything. That would have been amazing. And I just want to throw that idea out there, just in case somebody at Rockstar hears it and goes, you know what? I know they won't. Is that one perfect? God, another thing I'd like to complain about. Okay. Yep. That's one of the pelts I had that I lost, so gained that one back. But yeah, how cool would that have been if, like, wait, what? I used the right rifle. I used, whatever.
Easy, girl.
I have to say, I'm both a big fan and not a fan at all of the hunting in this game. That was one of my hugest complaints, was I was very disappointed with the hunting. Because in the old games, you know, you'd do the same thing. You'd go around and you'd shoot all 5 deer, and you'd collect all their stuff, and then you'd sell them for money and everything like that. You'd make profit that way. In this game, it's just like, you see a group of deer, only one of them is even worth killing. You kill it, and then you have to run across. I mean, look at this. This right here is another complaint of the game. Let's say, for instance, I get a really good pelt, or I get a wagon I want to sell, or I get a really good horse I want to sell. You gotta go all the way. Let's give the wagon. This actually happened to me. I had a quest and they gave me a really good wagon. You gotta go all the way over to here. Well, around here somewhere to sell it. You know, there, you know, right there. It's about as far away as you can possibly get, almost. If the only way it would be worse is if it was up in that corner up there. It's just such a chore to get a wagon, and it's like, how are you going to open this new world up down here and not add a new fence, there's not even shops, there's not even trains. There's a train, but it's never running. You can't use any of the train stations. See, there's no train station icon there. And then over here, there's a post office. So you think you could get on the train? Nope. There's no option to get on the train at that point. So it's just weird. It's like, again, it's a little bit like GTA 5, which makes sense. GTA 5 kind of felt hollow after you beat the main story quest, because the main story quest put all this nice stuff in there for you to interact with and do, but once you beat it, took all that away and just gave you the city, and then it's just like, it's just a map. That's all it is. It's just a map. There's not a lot of fun things to do in this map. It's similar to No Man's Sky. No Man's Sky is a great map. It's a beautiful map. It's a great game that's just a map, and that's it. It's a map with a few interactable items, and that's it. And that's what this game has become. It's a giant map, or this area of the game is a giant map with nothing to do.
But getting eaten by a cougar or a black panther or whatever the hell that was. Let's go see what happens to this house. Oh, shit. Hello. Really didn't think I could just walk in like this. Where am I? So one of the saddest parts about this game is I went to McFarland Ranch, and I was just like, just so saddened that there just really wasn't anything there to do. You know, there wasn't anything, there was no interactions, there was no shops, there was nothing. Now, I understand that John Marston has not met Bonnie McFarlane yet in this game. But all the same, this is just a random house I could sleep in and everything. Like, I just get this alright, whatever. Oh, that's the other big grievance is that, like, you get this brief window to hit the button, and it, like I wanted to get in the bed right there, sit, and then it's like, I'm not hitting anything. Marsden is just trying to settle, trying to get himself settled, and then he wanders away from it. So, but yeah, so we have this nice little empty house with stuff in it to steal, but what's there to do about it? Hey, little buddy. Aight. Use a repeater. Hey, that's fortunate. Headbutt that bitch. Anyways. So yeah, I don't really know what else to talk about in this. So, while I skinned this goat that deserved it, I swear, don't tell me otherwise. It's probably the family pet. But you know what? It's a perfect goat hide. I'm not going to complain. Great, I have to walk through the house. But the yeah, I just sorry, my brain is catching up to me to what I just did. I was just like, I just busted into some person's house and went in the backyard and killed his goat. And I'm thinking, which is kind of the only way you can get goat hides in this game, is to steal them from people anyways, but still, I may or may not feel bad about that now in the end. Moving on. What do you think is going to happen in the online? Do you think Rockstar is going to bother with any DLCs with this game? Is that seriously something that you see them doing after GTA 5? Before I cut off and let's do talk about that, because Red Dead Redemption 1 had some of the best DLCs. We all know Undead Nightmare. Undead Nightmare was amazing. I don't even like zombies. I hate zombies. But Undead Nightmare, I don't even like cowboys, but Undead Nightmare was brilliant. It was so brilliant, full of just such good ideas. Catching the 4 horses of the apocalypse was so much fun. The legendary creatures, the chupacabra, great ideas. Bigfoot storyline. Everything about that game was brilliant. And to not necessarily follow that up would be doing this game a huge disservice. But I also don't feel like they should do it again. I don't think we need Undead Nightmare 2. Cowboys versus aliens, maybe? I mean, I have no idea what they're going to do, and I can't see this. They're not Hello Games, which actually listens to my suggestions, but if I had any suggestion, I would say let's not go zombies this time. Let's go cowboys versus aliens. Let's there are aliens in this game. If you don't know, there are aliens because there's always aliens in the Rockstar games, and there's giants. I don't know what those are about, but what about aliens? Don't you think that could be pretty cool? That could be a pretty cool little DLC. I'm not gonna say if they. What are those? Are those armadillos? No, it's more pigs. Okay, looks smaller. But yeah, what would the DLCs for this game be? Would it just be Undead Nightmare 2? God, I hope not. I really hope not. But that's an option. God knows I'd love to see the unicorn Pegasus. Oh my God, Pegasus in this game would be amazing. But also, how about a cybernetic horse? You got a robot. There is a robot in this game. If you don't know, you'll get there. It's a side quest. It's a stranger mission, but there is a robot. So maybe a robotic horse with the aliens versus cowboys. That would be cool. What else could cowboys battle against? Let's take horror out of there because we did Undead Nightmare. Sci-fi could be. I mean, they could also do fantasy, but I don't really see how you're going to do that. Oh, this is interesting, actually. Again, we're going to talk about post-game here. I'm coming up to a town, which we all know. This is my first time encountering this town. As you can see, I'm wiping away the map as I go here. It's still fuzzy over here. There's Raxkeller. And as you can see, there's absolutely nothing here. I think in the first game, this is where you could buy a room for rent and live here. Oh God! Oh God! Are you okay? Are you okay, buddy? Oh, that better not be an Aussie.
You on our land, stay away. Just calm down.
What the hell? Is it because I ran over your dog because your dog ran into my feet? What is that?
Keep on moving and don't come back. All right, I'm going.
Okay, that's. Is that just because I was in this area? I'm not supposed to be in this area. Hey, you guys lost a chicken. Do you want your chicken back? All right, let's see if I can go back in there without them getting all angry at me. Hey, buddy, remember me? Oh, right, all right. My bad. Jeez. So, yeah. That's the kind of reception you get in this game. If you go to... I'm not going to spoil Armadillo for you, but Armadillo is really depressing. You know, it's like the main hub of the first game, and it's got absolutely nothing in it in this game, and it's just kind of depressing, and but it's confusing. It's confusing as to why. As to why this is just a skeletal frame of a world here. And so that's what I wanted to go with, is like, I wanted to bring up the discussion. Like, what do you think is going to be the end results? What do you think is it going to be a DLC thing? Is it going to be... I guarantee you it's going to be used in online. There's no question about that. Online is going to be kind of the case. But yeah, I'm just curious, what if they do a DLC, what's it going to be? I would absolutely love a remaster of Red Dead 1 set in this world where it just like literally continues off the main game and you got like a 9-hour game. I mean, not a 9-hour game, a 9-year-long game. But yeah, like I would be real curious to see if they actually do a DLC with this, or if they just make everything online. Like there's going to be a zombie mode in online or something like that. But if they're going to do what they did with Grand Theft Auto 5 and just completely abandon the main game and just go with our world is online right now and there's nothing else needs focus. So, yeah, I want to hear your opinions on that in the comments and everything like that. I don't think there's too much else to talk about on this one. Not much to see either. I would have loved to have shown you some interesting things, but unfortunately I'm stuck in the middle of nowhere in this dead, empty land. and all the things that you've seen in this video, if you think this video is boring, try playing the game at this point. It's just nothing to do. I can ride down these tracks for an hour. There's not going to be a train on them. Actually, there was a train. I actually found 2 trains, and I'm going to show that video right now. All right. Now, the reason I'm doing this video, I'm going to do it pretty short and basic, is for this rare occasion, I actually have 2 trains. And it's not very usual you have 2 trains. But I have 2 trains here. But this is the only time I've ever gotten a chance to do this. So I'm going to see what happens when you drive these 2 trains into each other. You, Wisp, should flee.
Girl.
That's hardly fleeing. Alright. And I threw a guy on the tracks because, why not? I don't even know what happens when you run over people. I've yet to do that in this game. I've tried to play a pretty good guy-based game, so... Alright, this should be interesting. Probably nothing will happen. I imagine it'll just bounce off itself. Oh, wow. They no longer explode. I probably Okay. So, we now know what happens. So, I'm gonna back this guy on up and get a little bit more momentum going. But, oh, and if you're not clear, sorry, I guess I should explain what just happened. The train stopped itself. I didn't stop the train. That was completely automatic, so... This is not very... Oh, that is a really cool effect at night. I've never noticed that. So let's get some serious speed going. And I don't want to back up too far because I don't want the train to despawn. But it feels like the train's already stopping. It's already like slowing down a little bit. Yeah. Well, that sucks. But there you go. You cannot crash 2 trains in front of each other. Not for a very exciting video, but I literally, you can see the accelerate button lighting up down there in the corner and nothing. Oh, this is a shame. And as you can see, both trains were being robbed, but that's the only times I've seen a train was when they were being robbed. I have not seen one moving, traveling, anything, and there doesn't appear to be any means to get on a train in this area. And then just the the hell was that? I'd heard about this place, or I'd heard something about a house that blows up, but I'd never seen it in the other game, and I didn't realize it was down here in this part of the map, but I'm kind of sad I missed that. I kind of saw the tail end of it, but what is all this stuff? It's all like boilers and stuff. Is that a lockbox? Okay. Well, I kind of wish I had seen what this building was beforehand. That's another complaint I have with this game, is there's been a lot of times where something like this has happened, and it's just sort of like, why? What? What did I miss? What did I do wrong? Did I not do something that I was supposed to do, or something? Or is it just there to be funny? What am I supposed to do now about it? Anything? Okay, I guess I'll just move on then. And also... Okay, you stay right there. You're one of the other ones I didn't have. Horse, where are you? Wisp, get over here. Give me a minute. I'm gonna end this video eventually. It's gonna happen. Oh shit. Well, that's no longer perfect. I'm sorry, did I not see a red X there? Or there he goes. Yeah, I don't know what I was thinking. I should have just dead-eyed that from the start. Ugh, I hate this. I hate this. And I'm gonna guess you're not perfect anymore, right? No, you are 1 star. What a waste. See, this is why I hate the hunting in this game. It's both too easy and too hard at the same time. It's like 50-50. You're gonna get it or you're not. I know that there's a strategy and I know there's a way, but like the biggest problem is that the animals notice you from too far away. Way too far away. You're miles away and they already start running. So you have to do the horse thing. But anyways. So, that's enough of this video. Alright? That's enough of this video. Please, for the love of God, comment below what you think the future of this game is. What do you think the online is? I know we're only like a few weeks or days or minutes away from the online being released. But what do you think it's going to be like? What do you think? Is there going to be DLC? If there is, what the hell is it going to be? Is it going to be Mexico and all that is finally available? Or are they going to do another Undead Nightmare? Are they going to... Oh, God, I want the sci-fi nightmare. That I know that's completely in my own head as something... Oh, you just cannot hit that thing. Okay. Fine. What do you think it's going to be? Stop. If anything. Like, or do you think they're just going to say, yeah, screw it. No DLC. We're just going to turn the online into this massive what the hell. You know, like they did with Grand Theft Auto 5, where it just got so off the rails that it just became impossible to play if you haven't been pouring money into it for years. And by God, I hope not. I hope they don't do that. But what do you think they're going to do? Thank you for watching. This is Hyperion Real. And I'm alone in this desert. Bye-bye!